Hey everyone, it's Nick here, and I am so excited to finally be able to talk about Overwatch 2. Now, I've had the privilege of being able to play Overwatch 2 for the past 2 weeks with other members of the press and content creators, so I'm finally able to talk about it. So, I've made this quick video to answer some of your burning questions and showcase some of the elements in the game, talk about the battle pass, look at what has changed with career progression, with your coins coming in from original Overwatch, and basically try and answer as many questions as I can in this video as well as in the comments below. So let me know in the comments if there are any further questions and I will try my best to answer them. So I have my notes here on the side to make sure that I try and go as many as important points as possible. So bear with me. We're going to start with the actual career profile part of Overwatch. Now I'm going to go into my profile over here. And you can see this is pretty much staying the same from original Overwatch. You'll see the most played heroes. You can scroll through and see who you've been playing the most. You can go through the various modes here and see, again, which characters you've been playing the most depending on the modes over here, and as well as by competitive season, as you can see over here. Over here in statistics, again, you can pick a hero that you've been playing and look at the various modes. Drill down, for example, I'm a support main, so I can look at my healing, I can look at deaths, eliminations, etc., self-healing. All those stats are available per hero in your career profile. Here in history, you'll find, again, replays of the last few games you've been playing, as well as any games that you have saved to, or any highlights you've saved to your computer. These will be available. These are all my saved highlights from Overwatch 1, which have automatically been imported. Game reports will basically showcase, this is a new feature I think they've introduced since the last patch for the server. This will give you more detailed information about the games you've played by character. So you can say you're playing Anna, you can click on the game report and it'll show you all your various statistics for Anna for the particular match. And again, replays will show you the last couple of games you've been playing. You can go back into it. You can share the replay with your friends. You can view them. You can add notes, etc. This is pretty much stayed the same since original Overwatch, so it's a good feature that they're keeping over here. Achievements, again, very much the same as what you saw in original Overwatch. So you can drill it down by your damage, tank support, or by map. And completing a particular achievement will unlock either a spray or some other achievement within the game. So I still have quite a lot to do because I do a lot of mine in support. So these are some of them that I have to unlock with tank, with DPS, etc. So this again is something that stays the same from OG Overwatch. Now, what's new here in Overwatch 2 is the customization tab. And if you click on that, you can obviously change your player icon, which is pretty much the same. But new in Overwatch 2 are name cards. So the name card essentially will change the background of your profile. If when people click on your career profile, they'll see this background over here. It'll also appear here against your player name, as well as when you're, I believe, in matches. So when you press tab to look at who's been playing in the loading screen for a match, you will see this effect over here. Now, these name tags mostly in this server are available through the battle pass. I'm guessing in the future you'll also have some that you can unlock just by playing the game. But a lot of these ones that you can see over here, I've actually unlocked through the battle pass. So I can click on one, I can equip it, and you can see here it changes accordingly. So I like this one. I'm going to keep the Sakura one. So these, again, available in the battle pass or also through some generic ones that will be released as you play the game. The other thing you can change is something called player titles. These, again, have been locked on the server, but again, can be unlocked through playing the game and maybe hitting certain achievements, also through competitive, and then also through the battle pass. Again, I'm guessing this will probably just be like a small subtitle that'll appear on your game profile somewhere in the game. But again, these are some of the example ones that are available on this particular server here. Now, what Blizzard have said they'll be doing in Overwatch 2 is they're actually eliminating the profile border. This is still available here on this particular server that I'm playing, but this is going to go in retail Overwatch because Blizzard basically said that people were looking at this profile border and kind of prejudging people on their gameplay before the game actually began. So they felt it wasn't really conducive to the Overwatch environment. So they're basically going to get rid of that in the retail version of Overwatch 2. What's also going to change is player endorsements. You can now only endorse people on your team, and you just basically have one kind of endorsement. So basically like a generic thumbs up. You won't basically say you're a shot caller or a good player. You just basically click on a player's profile and you endorse them for that particular round. What else is going on? Okay, so with careers, that's pretty much what I wanted to highlight. One thing that people have been asking about are all the loot boxes and all the coins that you've accumulated in Overwatch. How is it going to affect Overwatch 2? So with that, if I go into, say, Ash, to unlock generic skins, you will basically use the legacy currency, which is what Overwatch 1 has. So that's going to pretty much come over to Overwatch 2. Again, on this server that I'm playing on, they've done a one-to-one copy. I'm pretty much assuming that's going to happen for the same with Overwatch 2. So basically, essentially, the credits you have in Overwatch 1 will copy over onto Overwatch 2, and you'll be able to unlock certain skins using those legacy credits here in Overwatch 2. Now, for certain credits, for certain skins that are a little bit sort of like more advanced. So for example, if I click on this one, the poolside skin, this is a legendary skin which can only be paid, can only be bought by paying for it in the store. So when you go to the Overwatch store, you'll see that this skin will be available for purchase or be part of a bundle that you can buy using actual paid credits. So that again, you can add credits to your account by going into the Overwatch 2 shop. So that segues beautifully into the actual shop. So if I click on that, this will give you the opportunity to buy your battle pass for that season, as well as any other skin offers that are available. So you can see here there are skins available for Doomfist. So this bundle will give you this particular epic skin, as well as 500 Overwatch coins. You can go back and look at a Junker Queen bundle here. This one will give you an epic skin. It'll give you emote, victory poses, voice lines, and a spray. So these will change based on however the dev team is feeling, and they'll have these on offer throughout the seasons. And then if I click on over here, you'll see that this is how I can purchase Overwatch coins. I've got the pricing in Europe now because I'm playing on a Europe server, but this will reflect based on your location, either Europe or US dollars or Australian dollars or wherever you are in the world. So this is kind of like a preview of what the approximate cost will be to get Overwatch coins here in Overwatch 2. Now, the Battle Pass is probably the most talked about thing for Overwatch 2, and there's a lot to really take into it, and I'm going to try and refer to my notes and show you guys exactly what you get in the Battle Pass. Now, you can 100% play Overwatch 2 without actually purchasing the Battle Pass. By buying the Battle Pass, what you get is instant access to a new character for that season, and you get a couple of the epic rewards that are locked to the Battle Pass as you level it up. So if I click on Battle Pass here, you'll see that I'm actually, I've been leveled up until level 23 at the moment. And you do this by playing games. And each time you play games, you get XP. You unlock, I think, 10,000 XP. Hang on a second, let me see. Yeah, you need 10,000 XP per level to gain each reward. And as you keep on playing and winning games, you gain XP. It's simple as that. So essentially, it's a grinding mechanism. The more you play, the more experience you'll gain and the more levels you'll unlock in your battle pass. Now, every 10 levels of the battle pass, you'll get rewarded with a skin, as you can see over here. So we've got one here for Kiriko. You've got one here for Sojourn, Junker Queen, Mercy, Farah, Cassidy, and then finally one with Genji. Now, if you don't want to grind, you can actually purchase levels. You can level up by spending coins by clicking on buy tiers. And then essentially the game will say, right, how many tiers do you want to buy? So let's just say I'm currently level 23. I want to buy up to level 30. And I'll tell you need 1,400 coins to level up 7 tiers. Again, you can basically go and spend all your money and level up all the way till level 80 and spend 11,400 in my case to level up these 57 tiers. But for most of us, you can go ahead and do this manually, and the game will reward you based on based on what tier you're hitting. Now, like I said before, buying the battle pass will give you certain rewards. These are again marked by whether they're epic or whether they are legendary, and you have to have a battle pass in order to claim them. You'll still be able to level past, say, level 24, 25, but you won't necessarily be able to claim that reward unless you actually have the battle pass unlocked. So I'm going to quickly go through Season 1's Battle Pass rewards. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to click through and look at every single reward. So catch you guys in a second.
Perhaps we only exist in the memory of a person now gone.
Wait till you see me on my bike.
Watch your step. It's a long way down.
This is my neck of the woods.
It's all connected.
High-tech, low-tech. We all die in the end.
You are parts, and I am whole.
With these upgrades, they don't stand a chance.
The dragon and I are one.
I run with blades all the time. Ooh, I do love neon.
I do not cower in the presence of evil.
Bob! Bob! Bob!
All right, so that was a tour of Season 1's Battle Pass. It's a good thing I've ended on this skin. This is the Genji Mythic Skin. And the cool thing about the Mythic Skins is you can actually customize them a little bit. So I'm going to click into Genji's and click on Customize. And basically, Overwatch will give you a couple of options to mix and match things. So if you look at him now and look at his blade, if I click on this one, it changes to a flower pattern. So I can change the skin for the weapon. His body tattoos, we can change it like so. And then his mask, we can change it like this. And then the overall color palette, we can change it this way. So you can choose any combination that you like, depending on what you feel like. And that's basically how you can customize your Mythic Skin. Now, there will be a Mythic Skin, hopefully for every character at some point in the game, but it's not going to be something that, you know, you'll get like 3 or 4 Mythic Skins in a season. You'll probably get 1 per season. And then kicking off with Genji, which looks pretty cool, if I do see so myself, even as a non-Genji player. Now, one thing that I wanted to show you as well with the heroes, if we go to My Favorite Moira, in addition to having the usual things like skins and emotes, voice sounds, etc., you also have something called collectibles. Now, souvenirs, I'm going to be honest, I don't know exactly where this is going to be displayed in the game, whether it's maybe at the end of the victory pose or something, but this is something, again, you can unlock through the battle pass or through certain achievements. But there's also charms. And these are things that you can wear on the weapons of your characters. And again, available through the battle pass. And yes, there is a beautiful rainbow one, which is very cute. So I'm guessing these again will change, or there'll be more added through as the game progresses. But yeah, I'm gonna wear this one because that's the one I've unlocked so far. All right. The other thing that's going to be changing with Overwatch 2 is for players that are new to the game. So if you've played Overwatch 1 and you log into Overwatch 2, you'll have all these characters unlocked by default. If you've never played Overwatch and you're starting from scratch, then Overwatch 2 will have something called a new player experience. Now, as a brand new player, you will first have to go through the tutorial, which is here. All right. This will give you the basics of movements, what your abilities are, your ultimate, etc. Once you finish that tutorial, you will then have to play 5 games in quick play. And once you finish the 5 games, you'll then unlock other game modes like competitive, like arcade, custom games, etc. The thing to keep in mind about being a new player is you won't actually have access to all of the heroes. You'll have a selection of heroes unlocked from each category, from support, damage, and tank. But in order to unlock all of them, you'll have to grind. You'll have to keep on leveling up your profile in order to unlock every character. So I think on average, you'll have to get, I think, about anywhere between 100 to 150 games to unlock every single character that is unlocked by default for Overwatch 1 players. So it's very much a case of, all right, how much do you love this game? How much you want to keep grinding in order to unlock all these games, all these characters, sorry. Now, if you go ahead and buy a battle pass, I believe that'll unlock all of the characters by default, in addition to the new character that comes with that season. But if you aren't looking to spend any money on Overwatch 2, then you're going to have to keep on grinding to not only unlock the regular characters, but also the character that's available for that season. Now, for people who aren't going to be buying the battle pass, you'll be able to get that season's character at a particular level. So I think for me, I got it at, or rather for season 1, you'll be getting it, I think, at level, let me have a look, at level 55. Yeah, there we go. So at level 55, you will unlock that season's new character. If you buy the battle pass, then you get it by default, but if not, you're going to be grinding it to level 55. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the norm for anyone who's just grinding for the new character but not buying the battle pass. So it's going to be an interesting way to see if you really want to be playing Overwatch 2 and getting those new characters. That's basically going to be how it's going to play out. For competitive gameplay, things are again changing with Overwatch 2 in terms of your placements and how you rank and derank. That is a whole other explanation. I'm going to link to that full blog post by Blizzard in the description below. So do click on that and read that and see how competitive play is changing for Overwatch 2. Now, the new hero that's been introduced, or rather new heroes introduced for Overwatch 2, we have Sojourn, who is a DPS character. We have Junker Queen, who is a tank character. And the latest to be revealed is Kiriko, who is a support character here. Now, I've been playing quite a bit of Kiriko, and she is an interesting character to play. I'm going to jump into training real quickly, into the practice range, and I'll show you a little bit of her moveset, and you guys can decide whether you like her or not. I think she's a very mobile and very agile support character. Reminds me very much of having the skill set of Genji mixed with Moira, if that makes any sense. So we're going to choose Kiriko. I'm going to choose her default skin here. And nonetheless, you've seen her abilities so far with some of the videos coming out, but I'm going to show you really quickly here in the training ground. So the first ability you have here is called Swift Step, where you can teleport to an ally. So you can see here, there's a friendly bot over here, and the range is pretty far. Like, the training bot's all the way over there, but I can pretty much instantly teleport to them. And once I've teleported to them, I can, of course, heal them or choose any of my other abilities. So this is her other ability, where she throws these, what are they called? Healing Ofuda to
Draw strength from nature.
her teammates. And at any time when I'm healing somebody, I can just change my targeting and heal someone else. And if a character is at full health, the Ofuda will basically pass right through them and go to anybody else who's nearby. Now, the other thing that she has as an ability is the Protection Suzu. Now, this is basically a charm that you can throw. And what happens when you throw it is, first of all, it gives them a little bit of healing. It will negate any negative effects that are currently being inflicted. So things like Ana's sleep, the anti-nade from Ana, I think also Ash's burning, so when she throws a dynamite, things like that will automatically be negated. And it also makes them invulnerable for 1 second. Now, a lot of people have compared this to Baptiste's immortality. It's not like immortality because it only lasts for 1 second. And it has basically a lot faster cooldown than Baptiste. Baptiste, I think, has like a 30-second cooldown. You have only 15 seconds cooldown on the healing of Fuda. So it's still something you wanna time properly, because once you have that on cooldown for 15 seconds. You've got to be wise about when you want to be using it. And then one thing I forget that she has is the ability to wall climb, like Hanzo and Genji. So you just basically hold on spacebar against the wall, and away you go. I stupidly double tap the spacebar thinking she'll double jump as well, but no, that's not it. She can only wall climb. So it's a good way to get out of, if you're being surrounded by enemies, you can just wall climb real quickly and get a good vantage point.
What's up?
If you're being pursued. Now, in addition to her obviously being able to heal, you can do damage. So I'm going to go over here. Now, she holds kunai. She holds 12 of them. And the trick to her damage is trying to get critical hits. So if you're able to get headshots, you'll see with the training bot, 2
And what did
shots
we
and they're
learn?
dead. Same thing with a normal player. 2 shots and they can be killed off. Now, in reality, that's going to be kind of hard to do because enemies are not usually staying still. They're moving around. So if I look at a player that's moving, you can see it takes a lot more hits for me to get them. Like easily 4 to 5
Underestimated me, ne?
than just trying to get them with a headshot, like so. So in reality, you still need to have pretty decent aim in order to get, in order to down an enemy using her attack. But it's still good to know that she can deal quite a bit of critical damage if you aim properly. And then of course her last, the last thing I want to show you is her actual ultimate ability, which is the Kitsune.
Let the kitsune
And when you're
guide you.
in this Kitsune, basically your attack
Find
speed
peace.
increases and your cooldowns generate a lot faster.
I'm here.
So, and that lasts I think for about 5 or 6 seconds. So it's pretty effective. Think about having her Kitsune and then having characters like Soldier or Zarya standing in the Kitsune will be very, very hard to defeat. So you want to try and avoid characters who are standing in Kitsune. I
Take
would
some
say
time
like
off.
launching an ability and then Baptiste with his wall. That's going to be a great way for people to take down enemy teams.
Double kill.
私がついてる.
So yeah, she's really agile, really, really cool to play. Again, her sidestep, you can do it through walls. So even if I'm over here, as long as I can see someone in line of sight, I can teleport to
Kakuya.
them and start healing them,
Carried on
which
the
is
wind.
very, very cool. So she's a very versatile and very, very interesting support character to play. So I'm looking forward to playing quite a lot of her in the actual game. The other rather interesting thing that Overwatch 2 has is if I go to the custom games and I create one, you'll notice now with the bots, you have a lot more level of difficulty. So you can literally have bots on your team to practice against, which is pretty cool. So again, if you enjoy playing against the AI to hone some of your skills, you can put some really challenging bots on your team as well as on the enemy team and really go to town with it. So that's another cool thing to look at with Overwatch 2. So that's kind of my recap with Overwatch 2. Remember, the game launches on October 4th, and I will definitely be there playing the game and checking out some of the new features and answering any other questions that you guys may have. Let me know in the comments if there's something specific you want me to answer that I may not necessarily have shown in this video. There's a lot to take in with Overwatch 2 with the game, with new characters, with changes to character balances. So I'm sure I've missed something or the other. So let me know in the comments what you thought if you have any further questions. I will be there in Overwatch 2 October 4th. Seeing you on the battlefield with all my favorite support characters. So hope to see you there as well. Make sure you subscribe to my Twitch. The link is there in description to check out some of my more Overwatch gameplay, as well as here on YouTube as well. And I will see you in Overwatch 2 very, very soon. Cheers, and thanks for joining me on this video.